It's David here from Wolf Builders. Welcome back to the channel. In this episode we're going to be building a feature wall out of this beautiful scallop faced Laminex. How cool is that? Can you see it? Might be a bit of a short video, but I'm just going to give you a few tips and tricks on what I like to do to try and make things nice and plumb, and little details that sort of go the extra mile regarding this. So pretty much the plan of attack is the feature wall is going to be around half height through here, and then it's sort of going to act as like well, not a headboard, but a headboard for the bed, because the bed's going to be set through here. So pretty much the first plan of attack is we want to sort of get some heights, well, not so much heights, but tops and bottoms. Think about how we're going to finish the tops and the bottoms of this feature wall. So obviously it's scalloped, and that's going to look really funny if we have carpet butting straight into that, if that makes sense. So we're going to think about the bottom. You can imagine the carpet layer trying to weave in and around all that. That's not going to look very nice. So we think about the bottom, and then we're also going to think about the top and how we're going to finish the top off. Now we'll start with the bottom. Okay. Now we're putting a 90 by 10 single bevel skirting board on around the bottom. Now that's not going to work if I go to put the Laminex right down to the bottom, and if we have a look at this and then put the skirting board on the top face like that, it's going to look really ugly. So what I've sort of thought about is I think I'm going to get a 20 by 90 piece of timber and lay it on the ground like this. I've already got one ripped up here. So I've already got one ripped up here. You can see it's a 90 by 20, and what's going to happen is my skirting board through here is going to sit bum it's going to butt into this 90 by 20, and then the Laminex is actually going to sit on top of this, and that's going to create a nice finish for our skirting to butt into, our Laminex to sit onto, and then our carpet to butt into. Sort of a simple solution, but it's going to look really, really nice like that. So what we'll do is we'll go through and we'll stick this in now, and just make sure that we've got a few things right. We can't just go slap it in and then sit the Laminex on top. So let's do it. I need to make sure that this bottom piece of timber, what we call a skirting board, needs to be dead level, right? If I were to go nail this on wavy like this, that means when I go to cut my Laminex and sit it on top, it's going to look like shit. So I've got this laser set up, and that's going to give me a good indication on where this floor is sitting, and I'm going to use that indication to sort of make my judgment call on where the highest point of this floor is, and then I work back from that. If I work with the lowest point, obviously the skirting board is going to come up and down. We want to work with the highest point and then get that nice and straight. So I'm just going to do some measurements. 125, 127. So 127 is the most common one, but 122 is our shortest. So we'll work off that. Now I'll just use 122, and then I'll minus 90 mil, and whatever that measurement's going to be, which is 32 mil, I'm going to mark 32 mil from the laser line down, little marks, and that way I know the top of my skirting board is going to be nice and level, ready for the Laminex. Now, I've got this top ripping here. I haven't made it too intrusive as like a top cap to sort of sit on the top, and that's going to pretty much, I want to line this up to our quirk on our window, you see. So if I sort of line that up right there, I'm going to be pretty happy with that with my quirk. So pretty much just going to measure to my quirk from the bottom up, and then minus this 18 mil. And that's going to be pretty much the length of my board. Now, I will say, I'm actually going to start and work my way out because we do have scallops on this. And we want to make sure that they're evenly spread and evenly gapped on each side. It's also going to give us a good indication on how plumb the walls are when we put our first two boards in. So we're going to measure the distance, split it up, and then work back from there. 3558. 1780. 1779. Perfect. So I got my two factory ends in that side. Well, I've never cut this stuff before. It isn't timber, so I'm going to use my rail saw. It is a timber. It's a timber-based product, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my rail saw and just do a temporary cut. Well, not a temporary one, but cut off my line just to see how well the edge holds up through here. Now, if it doesn't work, I'm going to flip it over and give that side a go. Came out pretty good, look. Look at that. No chips really. Really happy with that, how that came out, so I'm just going to cut these two to length and then stick them in. Literally just going to pile on some jib glue and just scribble it. Just like a shower liner and then pin it on. So a few things I'm taking note. I tried to push this together as tight as possible, but still left a little gap. Now I'm not too sure whether that's just so it can expand and contract a bit, but I'll get the painter to fill that and paint over it. Now also, these power points weren't directly in the center of the scallop itself, and I wanted to make sure that we at least have a decent section for our faceplate to go on, so I just moved them over a bit on both sides, and now going to do the same here. You can see that this power point is about 50 mil away, and this one's tight. So we're just making sure that things are nice and even and look very nice. Now that I've got the two center panels on, I can actually measure my tops and my bottoms and make sure that I've got a really nice tight cut that fits in there perfectly, and they'll be even both ways. So I'll go through and I'll do that now. Yoo-hoo! So when I cut this one, obviously I'm cutting down the length of the scallop, and that's actually going to be super difficult for me to get my rail saw on here nice and level and level. So I'm actually going to cut the back side where it's nice and flat, and that should give me good a nice square cut.
When you're gonna say when the whole damn world is.
Look at that, boys, looks really good. I'm just speaking really loud because the microphone's flat, so now it's pretty much time just to see if test fit this bad boy, our top cap. It's gonna go in. Oh, stop it. So I'm gonna PVA that up. What the heck? Did not come out how I planned. What's happened is the person that screwed this window off, so all the joinery got installed by another person. There's actually a big dip in through here, so I'm just going to undo that screw, put a wedge in and get it nice. I was going, the hell, that can't be right, because both ends are good, but the middle's shit.
Oh, is that timber?
Yeah,
Wow, that looks nice.
pretty cool, eh?
Yeah, right.
Oh my god.
Where did you get it from? What's
like
that called?
Laminex.
What's it called?
Laminex?
Lemon X.
Laminex, yeah. This quote was going to match the rest of the window, but
Oh yeah.
it didn't quite happen.
All right. Once you paint it, Is it on the joint you're fixing?
What's that?
On the joint?
What do you guys reckon? Yeah! Fucking flash banger! Don't at me! Look at that shit! Woo-wee. And that's how you do a beautiful feature wall with Laminex. Thinking about little bits and pieces, you know the drill. Always thinking ahead, trying to make things look beautiful. Look at that. Woo! Oh yeah! Very nice. Just like me. Hope you enjoyed this one. A little bit different. Nice quick video. Easy. Yeah. And we'll see you on the next one. Check it out. Hey! You guys finished that yet? What are you doing? Come on, Carl. It's Friday and the blocky's holding us up. He's like, I gotta leave it too.